Hey, what's up, everyone? This is your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva, and I am here to give you another review and discussion. My thoughts on Southern Charm, New Orleans. No Thanksgiving. Or as I saw someone had titled it, Nightmare at Jeff's Givens. Okay. Yeah, so this episode is all about the Thanksgiving season, and we are basically 1 month out from Reagan getting married. But I thought the funniest thing that was said for the night, aside from John Moody, and the fact that people have to say that they have to be on John Moody duty, which that translates to having to be the translator for some of the wild and crazy things that John Moody has to say. But Tamika said at the top of the episode when she was giving the recap, she was like, and we found out it wasn't Jeff that needed medical attention. It's Kelsey and Justin's relationship that need medical attention. And no lie, tonight, not tonight, but Sunday night, we all saw it. Unfortunately, and this is not me throwing salt on the game or being a hater, no tea, no shade, whatever phrase gives you a little wave about what I'm about to say. But honestly, I just now really don't see it for Justin and Kelsey. Number one, because Kelsey did something that most men, because Kelsey said something to Justin during date night that I was like a little taken aback by, and I could see if a man had said that to me about my professional career, I probably really wouldn't see a future with us. Okay, let's just get Justin and Kelsey out the way. By the way, if this is your first time here, I am Miss Sophia the Diva. This is my channel. Please hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. That way you'll know whenever the Diva uploads a video. And thank you to all who reached out to me because last week I felt like crap. I'm feeling much better. Anyway, let's get into Justin and Kelsey. Last week we saw where Justin and Kelsey had a discussion, and he pretty much said that he is not ready to fully commit to her as far as putting a ring on it and walking down the aisle. He's not even ready to get engaged, and he has stated that perhaps he needs therapy. No, Justin, what you need to do is be honest with Kelsey so she can start the rebuilding process of her life. You don't see her as your wife. You see her as someone that you like having in your life and you enjoy her. It's not that you don't love her, but you don't love her enough to marry her, and you just don't see a future with her. So at this date night, it was very awkward. It was like two strangers on the first date is the tease it gave me. And they're talking about how's things going. He's talking about how he's been very, very busy with his practice. Kelsey even delves into the fact that she feels like she really doesn't know what's going on with him and hasn't known for some time, and that what he's doing in his practice as an attorney, he should be putting into his relationship. And Justin is sitting there dumbfounded because he's like, well, this is the purpose of date night. Okay. I did think it was cute when they were doing their meal planning early on in the episode where they were saying no more etouffee or fried foods or anything like that. I was like, come on now, we got to have a cheat day. You live in New Orleans, the food capital of the world. Come on now, get into it. I also thought it was cute during the date night when he said that, oh, you just trying to get me drunk. And she was like, no, I just want you awake when we get home. And I was like, oh, so Justin, like a lightweight like me, like I can only have 2 drinks and sometimes maybe less than that, because all I'm going to say is Trader Joe's, your simpler wines made me very, very tipsy. And I'm glad I was riding Uber. I only had 1 can. Whoever thought we would be drinking wine out of a can? How classy, but I love it. I'm here for it. But Kelsey, during this conversation, when she made the statement that, oh, you're only going to get more busier. I mean, what about us? Basically is what it is. What about you, Kelsey? Here's the thing. Justin is trying to build generational wealth. He's trying to build a solo practice. When you are a solo practitioner, you eat what you kill. So as many clients as he can help, as many accounts as he can collect, that's great. I've worked for solo practitioners. I've worked in that world. Like one of the attorneys I used to work for, and he gave me advice, and I was like, I think we all understand that. He was like, you are not a bank. You are providing a service, so you need to get your money from your clients. And I think that Kelsey doesn't see that because she's capable to pretty much chart her own course in her work. Because as a nurse, you have a lot of flexibility. You have a lot of choices because healthcare professionals are always in demand. That's just a market where there is always a need for them. So I think I was very taken aback by that. And that's why I said, I don't think y'all gonna make it. I don't think they on the same page, the same chapter. Hell, to be honest, I don't even think Justin and Kelsey are even in the same damn book, if we all being real about it. And that's no tea, no shade. Girl, get out while you can and live your best life. Justin, just let her go. If y'all make it, Diva was wrong, but I just don't see it for y'all. Tamika, baby, don't go in the kitchen no more. In this episode, we learned, last season, Barry's mama tried to help her out by teaching her how to cook. Tamika can't cook, y'all. Let's just accept the fact that some of us function best in a kitchen while some of us function best just kind of being the taste tester. Who burns up tea? It was supposed to be green tea, and Barry was looking like it's black tea, okay? Also, in this particular scene, I believe it was, where we learned that Hunter got a speeding ticket. That, of course, as most black parents are always concerned, is when your child gets pulled over by law enforcement. And that prompted a conversation with Tamika, Barry, but it also was a guys' night out type of thing, too, where there was a conversation had about that, which was hysterical because in this guys' night out, we had John Moody and Justin and Barry going down to Justin's aesthetically modern chic, look like a hole in the wall, but some expensive ass appliances going on. So I assume that this space is perhaps undergoing some sort of renovations. I don't know. But somebody was like, is Justin living in the ghetto? I mean, it's okay. We understand he an artist. I was like, I don't think he's in the ghetto. I just think that he may be rehabbing an old home. But Tamika also pointed out something during this dinner that they were having. She was like, Lord, they ain't even got no damn silverware. I was like, you know what? They sure didn't have any silverware. But I ain't gonna lie, I was suspicious of John Moody's cooking. But them lamb chops in the end turned out to be really tasty and good. The conversation basically of Black Lives Matter came up. Southern Charm New Orleans tried to address this matter. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, the conversation that they had. We learned that Justin, when he was 17, was pulled over by a cop. And when they had guns drawn on him, he was getting ready to go to a track meet in his high school's track meet. And they didn't give a damn. Okay. Barry was like in his 20s and ended up getting arrested because it was mistaken identity. As you know, as black people, that happens to us a lot. Suspect is black and 5'6". Barry could be 6'1" and bald headed. The suspect could actually have a fro. But that's how they do us. And he said even after his mama bailed him out, he had to sit in there for another 9 hours. Ridiculous. I did like John Moody's antidote regarding the system and how it's set up. He was like, we know that not all cops are bad. But if you have a basket full of 16 snakes and only 2 of those snakes you know to be venomous and the other 14 are perfectly fine, are you going to stick your hand in there? And everybody was like, no, because it's the same old adage. One bad apple spoils the barrel. And so it's like, until the people that are in charge of protecting us address the issues internally, it's a broken down system. So I get that. And that was a John Moodyism. I did not need to be on. I guess I too can now be on Moody duty if I should ever happen to be in New Orleans and they're taping and I'm invited over for tea that Tamika did not make, but perhaps someone more skilled in making tea made. Either way, I love you, Tamika. You know that, girl. And honestly, another thing about that, cops, especially the white ones and even those that are even of color, often have a problem with people with great wealth. My thing is this, just like Barry said, well, maybe you're in the wrong profession. If you want to have wealth and you feel like being a cop was going to get you there, no. Now, it can happen now because we have things like the ID channel and TV One where detectives who have been in the game for a long time solving crime ultimately end up being consultants or even get their own show. So, I mean, it's possible, but I do wish that you all would stop being jealous of those of us who work hard. Now, me personally, I don't have anything. I know I don't look like I got any money right now, and I don't, because times it's really hard over here in House of Diva right now. But it ain't gonna always be like that, amen. But either way, if someone is pushing a Porsche or a Beamer or whatever it is, I mean, what business is of yours to tell them that there's no way they could afford that? Yes, they can. I mean, you have a billionaire paying for people's tuition. I hope you learned something from that, you ignorant ass, racist ass cops that choose to be racist and discriminatory. Reese and Reagan, let's talk about them because it's disturbing. Now, Reagan allows Reese to be himself. In season 1, we saw her doing a lot of repressing and trying to put a leash on Jeff and his behavior and how he behaved, right? But Reese can do no wrong in her eyes. Either she's just willfully blind or just biding her time. And like I told other people, I said with Reagan, what it is, it's a matter of bank account balances. Jeff is broke ass. Reese has millions. Okay, his family breeds horses, which he feels is a more legitimate paycheck than what Reagan makes. If y'all remember at the top of the season, he went in on Reagan about that. But she comes home with a crib in her hand. He did not in no way stop doing what he was doing to ask her, babe, do you need help picking that up, putting this together? I don't know if he feels like she a strong woman or what. But he has done finger paints all over the wall next to a portrait of Reagan. And Reagan's like, oh my God, he just does whatever he wants. He does. And I'm just like, girl, you would have been upside Jeff's head and just beat the dog shit out of him. And I just really feel like, I mean, he can just do no wrong. So that's why I'm like, I honestly, since Reagan has been on the scene for the show, I have not liked her. And I think that the rose-colored glasses that maybe Tamika had for her are starting to come off, because we also see Reagan in meltdown because she can't understand why her friends have pretty much abandoned her. Well, sweetheart, when you get a divorce in the manner and capacity in which you and Jeff got, it's bound to happen. People are bound to see all through that Maybelline boo that you got on and realize that you are a fake and a fraud and a phony, and you did Jeff dirty. No one wins in divorce most of the time. Everybody gonna lose something. It's just like in war. Everybody is going to lose something or someone. You have lost your friends. And there's a moment at the table when Reese and her are talking, and she's like, I don't even know what's going on with me, good. And I don't understand, like, what everyone is up. Reese, his fuckboy ass is up there crying. So, I want y'all to be friends, okay? I mean, no, you have to reach out to Tamika, talk to her. I'm just like, oh my God, these ugly cries. But I think that we all get to define what our lives will be and how we want them to be. We do need to make choices that make us happy. But as I've stated before, with Reagan's situation, something is rotten in Denmark. There's a fly in the buttermilk. Shoot, fly, shoot. I don't know. I think I'm in my damn John Moody mode right now when I'm speaking about this. But I'll tell you what else was dumb as hell. And that's when I realized that in addition to painting the walls, Reese is a man-child. He really is. So Reagan's going to be parenting 2 kids or 3, depending on when she has the second child. But we know for sure she's having one or has had one with Reese. I think she had a little girl. But now you all alone and none of your friends want to be bothered with you because they know you did Jeff dirty. They do. And also just because now you kind of sprung a lot on everyone. You went from divorce to in a relationship with this guy. Everybody's like, who the fuck is this? Where you come from? And then we find out that this is an ex that you still managed to stay in contact with while you and Jeff were together. And then y'all get engaged. And then you announce that you're also pregnant. So it's just too much too fast. And Tamika's kind of over every time there's an event. You try to turn the event into being about you because that's all you want to talk about is you and Reese and this wedding and this baby. People tired, okay, of the fakery and fuckery. That's just the bottom line. Also, baby, you might have to get him hooked on phonics because when they were talking about the dress alterations, which of course he fixates on her breast, I was like, do you have an Oedipus complex? He said, yeah, you have to get some altercations done. And I was like, altercations? My Lord, this says so much right now. Reagan, really? Altercations. It's alterations, you idiot. Oh my God. I came to the conclusion this episode that clearly Reese was in the barn eating lead paint chips at some point in his childhood. And he had to have. I mean, and then he's smoking away the few brain cells he has because, he said he likes to get high. It ain't nothing wrong with weed, but, because people are now selling it. It's legal in most places, but I was so perplexed and confused. I said, clearly, he is a victim of lead paint. Okay. Y'all need to give him some help. In addition, he was talking about how he wanted to have a better wedding band than his bride-to-be. I was like, girl, first of all, you're going to be up here crying when these kids turn 18 because he going to decide that he wants to become Reese Christina. And you're going to be sitting up there looking crazy like Kris Jenner, although Kris Jenner always capitalizes on moments like these. But he already told you what he about. And he was like, she's the first girl I ever brought home, and my mom is so proud of me. I did good. And I'm like, I'm sure she is, because she probably thought at one point your ass was going to be out here with a boy and not a girl. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. Again, y'all know Diva supports. But I just want everyone to live in their truth. And somebody lied. And I was watching Watch What Happens Live, and somebody came on my page because of course, some people don't get it. It's like a knee-jerk reaction. They immediately want to comment about something. When they asked Tamika if she knew if Reese had been cheating on Jeff, Tamika said, all I'm going to say is that the best friend does not believe she was cheating. In other words, the best friend keeps the secret. And a real true blue friend, my friends, don't repeat the secrets you've told them when the friendship has come to an end. You keep it to yourself. Because you said you would keep it a secret, let's keep being about our word. Okay? So it's not per se that Tamika was saying, no, she didn't. It's just a matter of, in the capacity of a best friend, I am my sister's keeper. I keep her secrets. So getting to the dramatic conclusion, I believe I have covered all bases and all things. We've got Reese and Reagan. We've got Justin and Kelsey all wrapped up in a nice bow, by the way. Oh my God, I don't know who or how I came across this person on Twitter, but it is a hilarious account. And I just threw my shoe because she said when Tamika walked up in Jeff's house, looking like royalty, and Kelsey came in just looking like Kelsey. How dreadful. But let me get into this part of the show. So all throughout this episode, we've seen Benny Poppins and Jeff hanging out. And Jeff is like, it's not a bromance or a romance. We're just a man's, I think is what he said. But anyway, Benny Poppins is a personal chef and caterer, and Jeff met him through Reagan, of course, and as you know, last season when we saw Reagan hosting things, often Benny Poppins would be there prepping food and that type of thing. And I think he also was the personal chef for one of their other friends, too, that we saw last season. So Jeff has done all this cooking. He thinks that Cornish hens are baby turkeys, bless his heart. But, you know, I appreciate a man who makes an effort to learn how to cook. And I thought it was great that he hired Benny to come in and help him. And I think that's commendable because he wanted to do Friendsgiving. He was like, my friends are my family. And that's true because, you know, he no longer has Reagan in his life and his family robbed him blind. But what I didn't like about what was supposed to be a happy occasion, and it was the what the fuck moment of the night, what I will say, it was fun and cute to watch, but I was concerned that Jeff probably was going to burn down the house when they were cooking this turkey or whatever it was on the closed-in patio. And then Benny Poppins was like, this your first time using? I was like, he going to burn down the damn house. Also, another thing disturbing that I found was that Reagan still has stuff at this house that her and Jeff used to share. Like, y'all divorced. Okay, you need to get your shit and get the fuck on so Jeff can move on with his life. Honestly, if I was Jeff, I would sell the house. That's what I would do. But let me keep going because it's so much that happened in this one segment of the show. Doug is a mutual friend of Reagan and Jeff's. He's at Friendsgiving too. Jeff says that Reagan and him share Doug. Okay, Doug, get Doug. Hangover. Now, Jeff had already made up in his mind that during this Friendsgiving, because he don't want to run his friends off, because whenever he drinks, he gets crazy. He had already shared with Barry that, you know, to get over Reagan, he had been consuming copious amounts of alcohol. So, for Friendsgiving, as he shared with Rachel that he's not going to drink. God damn it, Doug. What the fuck were you thinking when you decided to tell Jeff right before they all get ready to sit down at the goddamn table and break bread that you fucking decided that all the producers whispered in my ear because that had to be it. I'm thinking that had to be it. I don't give a fuck if the producers did prompt you to do that. They don't care about Jeff's middle state. We do. The audience does, and I hope his friends do. But maybe you're hoping to become more than just a friend of the show next season, if there is one. But it probably will be because this season has been shut. He tells Jeff, I don't know if you know this or not, but I feel like I should tell you because there shouldn't really be any secrets amongst all of us. But Reagan is pregnant. I said, God damn it. Doug. Jeff was like, wait, what? Pregnant? It's too much for him. He already in a therapist chair. He need pills too. He already get, you gonna drive the man to pick up a bottle of something and start drinking. Why would you do that? So Jeff runs and hides and cries. He was like, I don't even want to be here. Honestly, I just want to take off running. I don't even want to see anybody. Instead of running though, I guess rational Jeff decided, let me just hide in his bathroom. Everybody's hungry. Everybody don't know what the hell is Jeff. Doug had to come down and finally confess that, well, you know, I told him that Reagan was, you know, pregnant. And everybody's like, why the fuck would you do that? Everybody's like, who the hell tells that? Like, that wasn't his business to tell. That was Reagan's business to tell. And you ruined what was supposed to be a happy moment. Jeff was so happy. All week he'd been happy cooking and buying and grocery shopping and making baby turkeys. I mean, and you ruined it. Oh, you suck. And I'm like, you just fucked up Thanksgiving. It will never be the same for him. And one of the things I hated that Jeff said in this is that I purposely pushed her away. No, you didn't, Jeff. She manipulated you into pushing her away so that she would be okay about the shit that she ended up doing this season, which was leaving you, getting pregnant, getting engaged, and now getting married to a man who always had our heart. She was just biding her time with you. So until Reese decided to get his shit together. Honestly, I think she was just buying her time to figure out was he gonna bump donuts or was he gonna play sword fight? That's what was he gonna, you know, put it in the donut hole or what was he gonna do? Okay, you know, with the cream filling it. Needless to say, finally Jeff does come downstairs. The spread, it looks delicious. I wish I had been there. They had crawfish mac and cheese. You know what, best friend? I should call her and ask her, can she please send me some? She makes the best. What I didn't like, and y'all will be surprised, I'm going to say what I didn't like is how Tamika responded to what happened at the table. So Jeff is at the table, everyone's there. Next thing we know, he has a meltdown. His plate goes flying. He just, the Viking came out, the Primal came out. And I really love my people. I do, because everyone was like, oh, that's Jeff. Especially Rachel. Rachel just kept right on eating. But what I didn't like is in that moment, Tamika was like, well, I thought you knew. He knew. He knew. And I was like, you can't make somebody know what they didn't know. And Jeff was like, I didn't know that. And he didn't. Because otherwise, y'all probably wouldn't have been having Friendsgiving. And I didn't like how Tamika in that moment tried to diminish what Jeff was feeling and impute upon him what he supposedly knew. And he didn't. So that pretty much was the episode. I hope you all enjoyed this review. Next week, it looks like John Moody going to be coming through with the lime green. Y'all know he love his turtlenecks, even though it's hot as hell and humid in New Orleans. He love his turtlenecks, although it is in winter when they're shooting this. Reagan suddenly discovers that living your best life also may mean living without the people from the past. And that means that some of your friends may go away because everyone knows that, you up here lying about your situation with Jeff and nobody likes it. But either way, that's all I've got. That's all my time. Again, join me and Miss Pumpkin here again. My radio show, don't forget, I have a Diva Disturb on BFAM 109.6. If you want to join the conversation, we stream every Tuesday on my YouTube, my Facebook, and my Periscope. We just lost our show sponsor. So if you would like to contribute, my Cash App will be down there. It's $200 a month to keep the show going. And Diva ain't got no $200. Baby, y'all just don't know. I'm working on trying to get something popping, but Diva need them funds. Everybody like, you ain't got $200. No, I ain't got $20. I'm just saying. But either way, that's neither here nor there. But that's all I've got. This has been my thoughts and commentary on Southern Charm, New Orleans. No Thanksgiving. I have been Miss Sophia the Diva. This is Miss Pumpkin, and we shall see you around the block, buttercups. She just so rude. She just wants y'all to see her. Either way, it's Miss Pumpkin and Miss Sophia the Diva. Chin up, buttercups, and stay fabulous.